Hey guys, Dan and Vander, Sterling Self-Defense, coming at you with part 2 of Mystery Aluminum Balls. Alright, I did my first video. I hate to just, shit on somebody's product without doing a lot more testing. And first test with 686, it seemed the balls are kind of small, so I didn't want to leave off just with that. I figured I'd test them on different boards because they were a little smaller than Grimberg rounds. So, and this is going to be good to teach guys about bore matching. Now, guys are always like, oh, bore match, you want it as tight as possible. All right. Well, let me do some shooting, then we'll get back to that. All right, so to get smaller, I went straight off the bat and went to a freak sleeve. All right, so now we have basically the same size barrel as the 686 we had in there. And right now I have the silver, which is a 695. So, super small. I'm sorry, 679. Sorry. So it's below 6'8 completely. Just a little bit. So, I'm going to shoot, see what we get with this. Nope, I got to move Badger out of the way. Because guys, watch it with these guys, they're ricochets. If you're going to fire these rounds, what I recommend is you're in front of all your hanging, ballistic nylon, Kevlar, whatever you're using. Triple up some cardboard, put it in front of that. So when it goes through, it comes back, the cardboard stops it. It'll go through the cardboard, hit your backstop, then it'll come back and just hit the cardboard and go straight down. So that's stop ricochets. I didn't feel like setting that up because I'm lazy, so I'm just recommending you guys do that. Gotta move Badger out of the open line there so he doesn't get shot. All right. And, oh man, I can't smoke with the guy. Can't smoke with my big head thing on, so. I'm going to take a shot to the face just for a cigarette. I'm kind of stupid, but whatever. All right. Let's load her up. Same round, 6 gram aluminum rounds. Let me fix this freaking camera. Now, I'm trying to give these things the fairest, accurate test possible. But they shouldn't say 6'8". They should say what barrels are the best for these. Maybe they'll watch this video and figure that out. All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh, and the mag that I changed out, the other mag that broke. Remember, I said in another video I lost the freaking the little nipples that hold the bar that holds the rounds in. This one doesn't even have one in it. I didn't even notice it till just before. So, yeah, I've released the mag before and shot them all over the place. It's got no retention bar in there at all. All right. There we go. First shot in the 679 barrel, freak sleeve. Oh. And I forgot the follower, of course. Jamming up on me. And I did get some jams with these, which is weird because they're round. All right. Ooh. 418. 418. Damn. 418. This one's got rubber D10, so it let a double shot on one of those. Is that all the rounds? I think it's all the rounds. All right, 418. And that's bore size I'm going to show you. I'm not so great with rubber detents on these. The metal ones at least held them better. All right. It's like getting, it's just about getting stuck where you can push it. That's what guys think bore sizing is. So, oh yeah, so it's got to be real, just so you can barely move it through there. I'm dropping all over the place. So, technically, by that point, this would be perfectly bore size because it just flows through. You got to shake it to get it out. All right, 418. So that's better than the 686 numbers we were getting. But, all right, here is where's my glasses? 683. It's a great barrel. These are really hard to find. An old Lapco 683 barrels. These are awesome. Not so great for the rounds now. But anyway, they're hard to get and I like them. But 683, so it's a super small one. And they roll through nice and easy. Nothing crazy tight like the other one. You know, it's got a little space in there. All right, what kind of numbers do we got? Once again, rubber detents on this one too. Oh, yeah, I'm the only one with metal detents, so I don't know why I keep saying that. That's kind of a given. Except for VKS barrels come with metal detents, and TCP original barrels come with metal detents. And TRPs now come with metal detents, but they're terribly bore sized. All right, grab some more rounds. All right, so this is 683. So this technically would be less bore sized than the other one. They slide in there pretty easily. 3 rounds. All right, we're up. All right, ready to fire. Oh, almost forgot. Caught it that time. They're rolling out. Crappy detents. 434. Jamming up in there. Let me reload this, put a couple rounds in there. Freaking little jam. I don't know how they're jamming. That's weird. Maybe because I don't have that detent bar in. I got a jam on the other one too. It's weird. You wouldn't think, you know, round ones would jam. Alright, so 2 rounds in there. I'll let that go a little slower. Alright. 683 again. Oh, got to air it up. .432. So point being, it's double shooting because it's got detents aren't great in this. Rubber detents apparently don't work well on smooth walls, metal anyway. And they're kind of some worn old ones too. This is an old barrel. But point being is bore sizing isn't. You would think it's, you know, having the less possible gap around the ball you can, making it as tight as possible without being restrictive. That's what we had with 679, and you saw lower numbers. 683, much bigger than that, with a pretty decent gap around the ball, but higher numbers. You know, we're getting I don't know what the joules are, but we'll go by FPS. You know, on the better bore tighted one, 418. Now we're getting 434, consistently adding 440 out of these. But this is much looser. That's why I've been trying to tell guys, because you got guys out there pushing those 685s. They're like, oh, well, Grimbergs, these are perfectly for Grimbergs. They're bore matched. I'm like, no, they're restrictive at that point. You want a gap around your rounds. That's why my 686s do so much better. You know, you put a 685 in there and you get much lower numbers. Yes, the 685 it reduces the gap around the projectile and makes it closer to the barrel, but you need that for power, because 686 gets much better power than 685 with these same rounds. So bore matching isn't making as close to the round as possible. You want to have a little bit of a gap around that round. No restriction on it, letting it go as quick as it wants to off the bolt. And I've done, guys will swear up and down, no, you got, I've done tens of thousands of rounds. And it's always come back to this, you know. Longer barrel gets you more power, 12 FPS per inch. And if bore matching is a little gap around the ball. And with Grimbergs, it works out better. 686 is the best number for that round. So, and you know, proved it right there. I'll even let me take out the freak sleeve and show you the number. Good thing I have one that low, because we don't use those for shit. That's a paintball freak sleeve. Six, 7, 9. You guys see that? Man, the freaking glare in here. Yeah, glare is coming from everywhere. There you go. 6, 7, 9. And where's the other one? This is an old Tiberius, like 20-year-old barrel. It's a great barrel, though. And this one's actually rifled, so it actually has more gap. Because now you have bypass. If this didn't have rifling, it'd even be higher numbers. But I forgot to mention this one is rifled, too. So it's not only the initial gap, now you have a little gap in the grooving also. So if this was 683 with no rifling, this would probably be around, with those rounds, 450 FPS, right around there. So better. But still, all in all, not great numbers with these, because the same gun, shooting Grimberg Jewels, I was getting 60 plus joules. And even with this one that shot the best number I got out of this was 440. And that's around 53 joules around there. So still not great. Still well under. So not great rounds, but I'm saying it for the guys that got them. Or if you want to test out for yourself, this is the best bore I've tested to find on this is 683 for these aluminum rounds. 6 gram aluminum rounds. The best numbers you're going to get is around that. So, all right, yeah, I didn't want to leave it on the last video, crappy numbers, and I knew they were a little smaller, so I knew I could find some kind of barrel, especially having the Freak systems that I could bore match the best to. But 683 is what I came up with. So if you guys want to use those, the best numbers you're going to get is 683, but round-wise comparison, you're still better off with a Grimberg Jewel. It's still much better power. And HB68s too would blow them away in power. So, all right. So I tried. I got the numbers up a little bit anyway. We at least got them up in the 50s. With this thing, it should be getting 60. With Grimberg's, it's shooting 60 plus joules. So, all right. So there's your bore matching. So remember, check your bore match, but you don't want them tight. If they're getting stuck or not sliding through the barrel, you got a point that's way too small. Don't even bother with those. That's going to restrict your rounds and give you less power. You want a gap, not a huge gap, but a gap. So, all right, that's it for me and Badger. We're going to bed. See you guys in the next one. Stay safe.